Set up job for Mojica at the back line. Oh, look at that. Oh, but Castel caught overreaching.
Yeah.
So Butos mapupunta dito sa EAC. And on that note, let's turn it back out to Denise Stan for this report on EAC.
Yes, James, nakikita natin ngayon na napakaganda ng ipinapakita nitong Generals sa laban na ito. Siguro nga dahil nabanggit niyo kanina na sa mga huling laban nila ay tinatawag na Lone Star General Mojica. Ngunit ngayon naman nakikita natin that he is getting the support that he needs from his fellow teammates, specifically in terms of floor defense and their setter's good decision in varying those plays. Talaga naman pinapanindigan ni Coach Rod Palmero at ng Generals ang sinabi nila kanina. They are here to play, to fight, and really just give it everything they've got. Balik sa'yo, James.
Maraming salamat, Denise Stan, for that report on EAC. And just looking at the body language itong parehong koponan, EAC has been moving more fluidly kumpara dito sa University of Perpetual Help na naghahanap pa rin ng rhythm nila.
Like I said kanina, start of the ball game, ang composure ang pinaglalabanan dito. Once ikaw yung nagsimula na mag-down sa iyong teammates, lahat yan magpa-follow na. Kagaya nitong Perpetual Help, they need to find that spark guy. They need to find that energy guy right away.
Adam Daquer on deck to serve. Look at that. It's Guardian's time now. Scoring para di sa Emilio Aguinaldo College. Sabi nila, magpahinginahin natin ng onti ito si Howard. Tipirin natin yung bala. Iba-iba muna yung umatake ngayon. Substitution. Guerrilla coming back. Sid Raymond Guerrilla, team captain para dito sa Emilio Aguinaldo College. Lamang ang kanyang koponan dito sa ating first set, 19-12. Guardian with a jump serve. Katipay set up job. Running attack. That's good. Para dito kay Edmar Sanchez.
Nakikita mo yung importansya ng libero, no? Kasi usually the libero would be the only one left behind dun sa backcourt. And sometimes because these guys are very tall, hindi sila masyadong maka-yuko, hindi masyadong maka-squat. So yan talaga kaya kung bakit importante itong libero.
Tried to go off the double block, pero bola buhay pa. Katipay back sets it to Castro for the score. At itong Perpetual Help, unti-unti, para nakukuha na yung confidence sila. Good setup job and a better kill para dito sa Perpetual Help.
And Emilio Aguinaldo has to take note, it's been the same spot twice.
Edmar Sanchez on deck, delivered 19 points sa kanilang huling laro sa Final Four. Went off the blocker, Savellano, hindi nakapag-adjust. EAC attacking that back line. No? Hindi sinasabi mo kanina, Mayaka, variation sa kanilang atake.
But now, as you can see, yung mga teammates ito ni Mojica is really stepping up. So I think EAC has been on a roll here.
And again, I go back to your point earlier, the strong start, very crucial, especially in a championship game. And EAC was able to get that dito sa ating first set. They are up 20-13.
You know, my coach in college has always taught us that we have to get the first set. Ito kasi yung nagsiset ng pace for the whole game.
Good reception. Katipay with a setup job. Off the blocker, but a good dig for EAC. Howard attacks. Savellano sets it up. Bola buhay pa. Katipay. They go to Arturo Tuazon. I think that's a check ball.
Ball goes back to Perpetual.
So 14 serving 20 dito sa Game 1, set number 1 of men's volleyball finals dito na po sa NCAA on Active. Warren Katipay on deck to serve. Jump set for Howard Mojica. Good block by Savellano. Howard again goes off the blocker and gets the score. I don't know, that's what, 11 or 12 attacks para dito kay Howard Mojica?
Who would have thought na itong EAC lalamangan itong defending champions by 7? And that is all because of the placing ng kanilang defense.
Katipay, setup job. Oh, but point goes to Arturo Tuazon from Perpetual Help.
lucky break for Perpetual kasi nakuha yun ng digger nila in the best way he knows
Oo.
how. So pag na-toss up pa yun, it's gonna be another kill.
Rex Castro back on deck to serve for the Perps. Poor reception, binalik na lang ni Pamintuan. Katipay sets it, quick setup job for Daker and the kill.
You know, Perpetual needs more of that.
Look at Katipay and Daker making beautiful music together. 17-21 is the score. And let's listen into this huddle.
Dagdag pa tayo ng tiyaga sa iwas tayo sa air.
Kahit mag-push-push sila, dapat sila sa atin kailangan makapuntusan ng isa-isa.
Let's look at University of Perpetual Helps dominating run dito sa ating Final Four, sweeping all their matches and dropping only one set, and that's against San Beda College.
At saka malapit pa yan 25-30. That's not a very big, you know, tambak para dito sa University of Perpetual Helps. So you know that they're really gonna come back in this game.
Good reception. Pamintuan attacks. Savellano with a block. Katipay to Daker. Goes back to back.
I think itong EAC is asking for a holding or reach in, no? Actually, that is a close call. Halos minsan hindi mo na malalaman kung hinold ba talaga o ano kasi isa lang yung position ng kamay.
Mangaring unable to handle that serve, and the first service ace ng University of Perpetual Help enables them to creep back into the first set, 19-21.
I remember sabi sa akin ng college coach ko na kahit anong position mo, dapat yung katawan mo nakaharap pa rin sa net para doon pa rin mapupunta yung bola, kagaya na lang nung nangyari kanina dito sa libero ng EAC.
Good dig by Rex Castro. Savellano goes off the blocker. And he gets the score, and that pumps up his team. Might be the spark plug na hinahanap nito Perpetual Help. Kaya if freeze sila, ito si Coach Rodrigo Palmero. Savellano looking to put his team back in the driver's seat. They're just behind by one. Let's listen in.
Walang pressure guys, walang pressure. Walang pressure.
Paano? 5 points sa akin.
Akin.
At narinig natin yung huddle na yun ng EAC Miyaka. No pressure. Para dito sa koponan that made it to the finals for the first time. They know that they can hang with them. They know they can score on them. Napatunayan itong si Howard Mojica. Important sa kanila na bumalik ulit doon sa playing loose.
Actually, kanina nakita mo nga sabi ni Coach Palmero, as you can see our special guest here.
Yes, Mr. Alex Moyari,
But
your point guard for Sunmade Coffee.
Anyway, sabi nga ni Coach Palmero kanina, sabihin nyo akin. Ibig sabihin, there was a miscommunication pagdating sa kanilang defense. Hindi alam kung sino kukuha ng bola, and that is very crucial, lalo na dito sa end ng set na to.
And speaking of miscommunication, walang tumulong dun kay Juvie Mangaring on that second service ace. Wala dito kay Rex Castro. He is back on deck to serve. Oh, look at the dump. Beautiful adjustment for Perpetual Help.
That is something that you don't want Perpetual Help to keep on doing to you.
And just like that, the Perps have the lead 22-21.
Alam mo yung mga hulog na gano'n, sinasabi usually nahuhuli kang natutulog. Diyan, ibig sabihin nun, you're always flat-footed. Kailangan, you're always on your toes so you can move easily.
Samantalang si Rex Castro committing that service error. Tabla ulit ang laro natin, 20-all, and who would have thought that we would see a set like this one in game one of the finals, no less.
You know, I understand that EAC is a young team, pero syempre, if you're going up against, you know, a back-to-back champion team, you cannot slack. 10 attacks to 12.
Dikit, you know, you can
Dikit
see.
na dikit, but still, you can't slack.
Yeah, especially against a very experienced team like this one.
You know, they're also gunning for history. Three-peat, hindi pa nagagawa since 2003. You know, they're in for something.
Set up jump for Guardian, but blocked by Daker. And Daker is pumped up.
I think that's a misjudgment from Guardian. He should have just put the ball dun sa gilid. Yung hinulog na lang ba sa gilid kasi nakita niya merong one-on-one blocker sa kanya.
Triple block here by Daker, Edmar Sanchez, and Ralph Savellano protecting the net for perpetual help. Jay De La Cruz with a jump serve. Oh, that's in. Good effort para sa EAC. They go to Mojica. Good reception. Savellano off the blocker. Guardian keeping it alive. Mojica now. That's over the line. Point will go to perpetual help. The net defense letting Mojica sail that shot over. Makukuha, the defending champions of first set, 25-22. More volleyball action sa ating pagbabalik. Tingnan natin, Guardian was very happy to open that, Mojica and company, but Ralph Savellano keeping his team in the game. Kaya naman nakuha nila yung first set because of those adjustments, and we will be back for more action. Set number 2 about to start. Dito po sa Game 1 of Men's Volleyball Finals sa NCAA on Active. Maraming salamat po for joining us. James Velasquez calling the game with Miss Miyaka Lim, Denise Tan at courtside. And Miyaka, what did you like from the defending champions in that first set?
Lumabas yung experience pagdating ng endgame, di ba? Nakita mo naman, they found their spark, and once they got it, nagtuloy-tuloy na. But at the same time, itong EAC, they have to remember na walang pressure dito sa kanila. They have to go back to the energy that they have early on the set, and that's what they lacked during the endgame.
A lot of fans here coming out to support their finalists. Of course, yung mga general. Kanina pa natin naririnig yan during the pregame cheering their men's team on. Pero itong fans naman ng Altas also here as we look at the stats of that first set.
Nakikita mo, unforced errors ng EAC is 6. So, ibig sabihin sila lang mismo miscommunication.
That's
diba?
right.
Sila lang yan. So, miscommunication, yung defensive, at their defensive end, isang spot lang dun sa may service area ang palagi nilang namimiss.
EAC leading Perpetual Help in attacks 12-10. Pero itong Perpetual Help coming up with the attacks that mattered to take that first set 25-22. Dito tayo magkakaalaman. Second set. Yung huling pagkikita nila sa semifinals. Straight sets, kinuha ng Perpetual Help ang laro kontra din sa EAC. They took sa semifinals, they took the first set 26-24, second set 25-22, and then pulling away in the third 25-18. But looking at the scores of those first two sets, kita mo Miyaka, dikit lang.
Kaya naman.
Kaya.
Diba? Ibig sabihin kaya naman, and that's what they have to keep on remembering. No pressure, no pressure. Just go back to where it all started.
You with the back set. Running attack by Mojica. Dagapuel. De La Cruz. Trying to go off the blocker. Oh, look at that shot.
Nice thinking by Guerrilla.
And Guerrilla again allowing EAC to take the first point dito sa ating second set.
Nakita niya walang support yung blocker dun sa gilid. So that was a good eye for him.
Nakita niya overloaded yung depensa dito sa may bandang kaliwa. So nag-adjust sa tira niya. Back set here to Savellano, and Savellano gets the kill. You know, I've seen Ralph Savellano a lot of times outside the playing court. He's actually a very jovial guy. No,
I
napakakulit na tao nito, but he's a totally different animal when he's within the playing court. Just looking at him, trying to pump up his team. Score is tied 1-1. Castro keeping it alive.
Iba din kasi pag naka-game face ka dito sa during the game, because pag nakita ka ng teammates mo na you're really into it, they're gonna be so pumped up. And alam mo naman ang psychology dito sa volleyball, it is super big. Pag may isa ka lang nakita na nakasimangot, apektado ka kagad.
So the number one rule here, smile.
Smile, always smile.
2 serving 1. EAC with a 1-point lead. And as I was saying that, tabla po ulit ang ating score. Again, a very quick game between these two teams. Not to say the defense has been left wanting, but just these two teams very talented offensively.
That's true. Pero yung mga errors nila pagdating sa service, para lang yung free throws, di ba?
Aha.
Ikaw lang mag-isa dyan, wala nang ibang sisisihin. So you just gotta make it.
Guardian challenging Daker, but Daker getting the best of that exchange. Setup job for Adam Daker. Good dig by EAC. Cross-court setup to Howard, and Sabellano with a block and a kill. Incredible effort for that guy.
Another defensive lap para dito sa EAC. Pagkakita mo, ang daming naka-cramp up na tao in one spot. Nakakalimutan nila yung likod, open na open. I think the libero has to stay there.
Parang yun yung sinasabi ng coaches, hindi lahat kailangan todo palo. Pwede mong i-float over, pero yung service error na yun, pabalik na puntos dito sa EAC. All knotted up at 3. Mojica on deck to serve. Perpetual help taking that opening set by 3 points.
Another service error pagdating dito sa Emilio Aguinaldo. Something that they cannot afford at this point. They have to get the second set to be able to get back in this game.
Lalo na.
Pag nakuha ito ng Perpetual help, you know, the third set's gonna be too easy for them.
Sobrang laking confidence booster yan. Pero both teams just committing back-to-back service errors. Mahirap yung ganun, lalo na kung dikit yung itong second set pagdating natin sa closing sa match point.
That's true.
Iisipin nila yung mga service errors na yun.
And actually, itong mga service na to, ito yung momentum shifters eh. Diba, once you put this in, it's all gonna follow.
Sanchez skying high, but the block and a kill by Yu. Francis Allen Yu challenging the attack nitong Perpetual help. Yu with a setup job. Mojica, hang time, move and the kill.
That was a good set. Para dito sa EAC, nakita niya na si Mojica is free, you know, wide open there. Kita nila walang tao dito sa gitna naman ng Perpetual help. That was a good eye.
Oh, look at that dump. Hinulog na lang doon.
Smart move, no?
Lazy Ralph Diezmo with a very smart play para yun sa Perpetual help. Palitan ng score ang parehong koponan. 6 serving 5 now. Edmar Sanchez on deck for Perpetual help. Reception goes long. Savellano keeping it alive, and Diezmo going back-to-back with those kills.
Another smart move by Diezmo. You know, by this time, you would have thought na itong EAC would be more attentive dito kay Diezmo.
Hindi na-anticipate ni Sid Raymond Guerrilla yung hulog na yun from Diezmo. Again, service errors, partner. Just doing Perpetual help in.
Pero kagaya na sinabi mo kanina, hindi na-anticipate itong EAC yung gagawin ng Diezmo. But that is the exact thing na yung coaches nila wants them to pay attention to. Yung mga things na hindi mo akalaing mangyayari, you have to be prepared for that.
Good reception for Perpetual. De La Cruz with a strong hit. That will send us to our first technical timeout. 2-point lead. Pinanghahawakan dito ng Perpetual help. 8-6. They are making the adjustments and they are getting the kills. The Perps are up by 2 points. the way things are going, we are in for a slobber knocker of a Game 1 finals game dito sa ating men's division as we look at the Air Force Altas, Edmar Sanchez and Jay De La Cruz combining for offense. 10-9, Spice 19, 8 digs each. Wow. Pero syempre hindi pwedeng yung dalawang players na yun na magpapakitang gilas dahil itong si Howard Mojica hindi pa tapos sa pag-atake at pagsubok sa depensa ng Perpetual Health.
You know, yan ang maganda about dito sa EAC. They have a good eye kung saan dapat ilagay yung bola. They have to keep on doing that. They have to outsmart Perpetual here because they lack experience, diba? They have to outsmart them here.
Savellano floated it over. Mojica, a little off speed but good dig for Perpetual. De La Cruz off speed. Yu with a quick set to Guerrilla. Went off the blocker. At makukuha niya ang puntos para sa EAC. All knotted up and 8.
Hindi masyado natutuwa si Coach Kyler doon. Sabi niya dapat pinayungan pa daw ng blocker.
Francis Allen Yu on deck. Back set it, Savellano. Pero sobra yung tira doon. Puntos mapupunta ulit sa EAC.
Yan naman yung nakita mong play na yun. Yun naman yung example ng higit pagdating dito sa volleyball.
I agree.
Dahil kakagaling mo lang ng error, gusto mo makabawi, kaya yung bola mo hanggang dun sa dulo.
Setup job for Savellano. Excellent dig for EAC. Mojica off the blocker. Oh, but excellent dive for the Perpetual Libero. De La Cruz down the line, an excellent point. James De La Cruz, look at that.
Sa ganong kalakas na spike, it is very important para dun sa receiver to keep his forearm still. Kasi ang lakas nung tatama yun. So ang gagawin mo lang, hindi ka na mag-exert ng effort. Papatamaan mo na lang sa forearm mo.
Rex Castro with a jump serve. 9-all ang ating score and quickly punctuated by EAC. Simon Guerrilla.
Ito naman si Sanchez, nakita natutulog dito. Flat-footed, not in the right position.
Both teams just trading points dito sa ating second set. We are all knotted up at 10. Jay De La Cruz now on deck. A little off speed, but dug up. Excellent point for Perpetual Help. Sanchez scoring on that sequence.
And I love the celebration. Kita-kita mo naman, the energy is back para dito sa Perpetual Help.
Ganda ng adjustment ni Sanchez and the celebration at the end of that. Poor reception and an ace para dito sa Perpetual Help.
Yun naman ang perfect example sa pagmamadali sa receiving.
Jay De La Cruz looking to go back-to-back. He has Sanchez, Daquera, Savellano, Diezmo, and Montero helping him out. You with a setup job and a miscommunication there, and Daquera will send it down with a hammer.